Hello everybody. Uh, a little bit more controversial to video up here. It's been this challenging shift, and anytime when the challenging shift happens, we also go through challenges. Those are not problems; those are actually vibrations for the twin flames that they go through. And a lot of the twin flames they felt these tensions, these pressures, this need for answers, this need to go on the next level, need to move. Um, this video, by the way, it's a little bit more controversial simply because I've been denied to make this video for probably a year and a half. People were asking me about my opinion for narcissism and what's going on, how did this fit within the twin flame, what's that all about, what is this portion of it. And they asked me some question, why is this happening within the twin flames, what's the reason about. So during this transition periods that we are shifting right now, I think so now it's the right time to make this video, because simply people have to move. Something has to happen. It's a part of a destiny. It's part to be understanding quite a few points of what's going on. Because if you getting stuck, you don't know what's going on, you stay there. But if you understand what's going on, you will be shifted, you will be moving, you will be transformed. And that is the part of everything that's been going on for twin flames for quite a while right now. And more twin flames coming in open it up. Actually, I went in today. This is the power of the twin flames in the practice. I saw my HR at the company, and we have probably, give it a take, 150 to 100 employees, maybe even more, at the company that I just started. And I talked to her about the video, about the mirroring neurons, so she can see it, so she can have an idea what's going on with people, and if something happened, she to have an idea of it. So it is about helping people. This is not about you know doing things. Some of the stuff that I'm gonna be talking now for this video, they may be challenging you, maybe make you to look deep on something. And some of the things are a little bit more, we're looking at from a twin flame perspective, we're looking at this as understanding. But the people who are not the twin flames and they're hanging out around the twin flames of it, what happens is they try to put information that it's a not from understanding of soul, but that it's created from the society-based ego understanding, which is completely different. And that's why some of the stuff that we as the twin flames does and do, they sound completely different to the regular things that you already know of it. So the video. Let's begin with the video. What the video is about. So here is the video is about. So the video is about a twin flames love, the betrayal, denial, narcissism, and the destiny, and how those actually they line up on the order of I just wrote it. I talked to a lot of twin flames, and it seems like this matching up a lot of the people basically throughout all these stages, which is I try to stay away not to talk about those stages anymore, simply because if the people they focus on love, all the rest of the part will not gonna matter. But we as a people will focus on other things. We as a people, without understanding what's going on with us, without evolving to stay in love, we do crazy things. And a lot of the people wanted to put my input. So here you go. This is my input about everything. Well, first of all, what is a twin flame love? I wrote this quote a while back. I just brought it in. simply to be understood that this is not about body, this is not about a mind, this is about soul. Okay, this is about something that it's deep, 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 deep inside of you that no one can get it off. That's something that you truly are. This is your truth. And that soul love, it stayed when my soul only loves you. And the part of this love over the time, when it's expressed of very high dynamic vibrations into the soul and awaken up the two people, the two twin flames. That's how they get ignite, this ignition. And the love inside of them, they both realize there's something going on, there's something is going, something getting on. But that love, for one reason or another, it's not accepted by the one. The one cannot take that love. The one's rejecting that love in most of the cases. And instead of working out of the issue so you can stay in the love, they actually start looking at other issues, how to get off. And simply because this is a love and a soul, the next level of what's happening with that love is that love, it's get separate. And instead of love, right now there is something else in between. And now here it's that part that the human understands that betrayal is when you actually abandon someone that you love and you go out and you move with someone, or you still in a relationship with someone and you just go and have a relationship with somebody else. The betrayal actually, it's this part here, and they ask me what's going on with this. Betrayal actually, it's the part when the love, it already doesn't exist anymore between two people. The one seeks the love someplace else simply because the love is gone, is not there anymore. And this why it's this. It's the mask that people put in of the betrayal, that the love is gone. And there is a mask that either the one or the other twin will actually wear that mask, simply because they think that the love is gone. Well, the love wasn't gone. The love was never solved. There were some of the twin flames. They just look at each other and they never spoke a word. And when they don't spoke a word, when the words is not, the feelings are not expressed as the words, there is beginning disappearing of that love. But since this is in soul, it cannot disappear. So it creates the conflicts inside of the people. It creates a lot of problems. I mean, there were so many examples I can give you. They worked together at the store. He was the manager there. She worked on the counter. Everybody knew about him. And guess what? She never told him that she loves him. And now, anytime he doesn't respond, and she's go ahead and is punishing him. So I'm going to talk about this later. Another part is that she's a mother with 4. He loves her, but he's punishing her now not to be with him, simply because she rejected him. She rejected his love when he was ready. So he right now does this betrayal, because simply the love right now it's not there. Because if the love was there, they're gonna be together. That part, and this is how the twin flame looks. The betrayal is from the part of understanding that something going on, something else has not been seen, something else has not been looked through it. The bad part is it's the ego-based society knowledge about the word relationships, and simply because when it comes to two people being together, that word relationship should be actually removed from the dictionary as a used of connection between the two people, it should be a partnership. Those are the two people equally together on the same place, at the same time, doing the same thing, but they joy. Simply a union. So, to begin more about it, after the missing of love, there is something going on. Either the one or the other, they deny that love. And that love, it's very hard. Um, Most of the time I'm hearing, because 85% of my audience is actually females, is he doesn't want to admit. He's look at me, he doesn't say a word. He's mad at me, and I'm like replying back to it, well, did you ever talk him? Did you love him? No, but he knows it. How? And here is the thing that during that separations on it is like they don't talk to the person, they don't talk to the runner, to the man, and they like, you know what, he doesn't love me, I don't want to admit my love to him, I will keep it inside of myself. And they begin to denial. But when they denial, they begin in this state as a twin flame, when they deny this part. The other side of the denial is actually the part when they know that being loved, they know everything, but they don't want to admit the feelings. For some reason, some of the twin flames, even that after I talk to them, they have no power to admit their feelings. They admit it to me. Here's the worst part. And sometimes I laugh. They admit it to me. Oh, I love him. Well, go ahead, tell him. What are you telling me about it? I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Okay, go tell the person that you love. They're the one, and they still keep going in denial. That is the funny part. They keep going in denial simply because they cannot find the power, and over time that denial causes a lot of problems. And here's another quote about the denying, is that I keep telling myself I don't miss you and I don't love you, hoping one day I'll believe it. And this is what happened into that for the one who rejecting that love, they suffer a lot about this, and that creates a lot of problems. For the one though that they don't have the power to go ahead and say that, that love, it's inside of them, but they never confess. They keep it in silence. There is some people who actually have a very hard time to come out of the shadow and do this, simply because the ego is there, and the ego part, it's holding the person with an insight, and over time this denial causing the other person to get aggravated, the other person to go into the dark side. And this is how we're crossing over from this denial of ego that evolves so much, simply because the pain of waiting, or the pain of denial, the pain of rejection, it's huge, simply because now it is a vibration within the soul, and the one or the other turns to something very dark, simply because the other side is already too much light. And keeping this denial, okay, if this denial comes out in the public, a lot of the people get offended, a lot of the people they don't want to admit, a lot of people they want to keep the silence, a lot of people they want to do the lie, but they cannot lie themselves. And that is the worst part of the previous quote. If you look at it, that the worst thing is that you cannot lie yourself. So what that comes to this, a narcissist. Okay, I'm gonna read it because it's so much, and I hope so I hope you guys getting it. Actually, all those quotes I posted on a Facebook. A narcissist is disrespectful, incentive controlling, a bully, uses threats and intimidations, lies, disregards your feelings, minimize and trivialize, give you the silent treatment, rages, throw tantrums, is never accountable, is a hypocrite, projects on you, does not show sympathy or remorse, exploits, is ignorant or condescending, acts superior, use demands, commands, and orders, does not listen, is it know-it-all, and can have a charming exterior personality until he is enraged of things don't go his way. It boils down to an overgrown, weak, immature bully needing control with a sense of entitlement and false sense of power. So, why did I turn to this narcissist part? And what actually the narcissist and the twin flame is. So, I want to put another quote here that I actually wrote. Narcissist is a person who enjoy and have a pleasure see you suffer because you reject them about love that they never expressed but believe they gave you. So simply because this love become very powerful, this love is out of the control, and the one person never spoke. The other person though put everything out there. There is numerous cases. There has been, when the other person tried to put the truth out. There is a some sort of unpleasant situations. I see some restraint orders. I see some parts of they call me, Dio, how do you know how I feel like this? Later on they try to get it better with it. Here is the part of this quote right here. The narcissism begins because during your ego-based personality, you don't like the things that are hiding inside of you to be brought out. And anytime when somebody brings the truth out of it, a lot of the twin flames, specifically the one who are in denial, they get offended. They get aggravated. They're getting pissed off. And what they do is they treat you with the silent treatment. They try to boo you. They try to... Your feelings for them are nothing. And a lot of the twin flames, maybe like 30%, 40% out of them, they experience this silent treatment. That's why one of the videos that I ever made, and it's one of the most popular videos I made, that was the twin flame silence and let go, because you have to let go of this part. You as a awakened twin flame, you have to let it go of this, simply because you hold on to it. You fit that narcissism personality, and when they see you suffer, when they see you in pain, for them that is like, you know what? I'm happy. See, you don't accept my love. Now you suffer to the rest of your life, simply because you reject me. And that part, I seen it through some of the twin flames, is because later on when they realize what they did, the things are coming ugly. I have people who realize what they did, and they're like, Dio, I realized what I did, it was wrong. I don't know what to tell him. Dio, would you help me out? I never told him that I love him. I pushed him so much. I didn't know what I was doing. We're talking about this is a process. For some takes, okay, I'm not projecting it anymore, but for some of us takes 20 years. Okay, we're talking about realization process for a long time. And that's why this video, I hope the purpose is to understand that the people getting mad because of they cannot do the truth when at the right moment was. They have to go over the steps and they have to do the truth down the road. And this punishment, the one twin flame punished the other, it's still of ego base. Simply because that person that it's a narcissist at this moment of the relationship is gonna come back to the moment. And so when they will realize what they do, they punish you, but they also punish them, because all their life they focus of punishing you instead of enjoying the life with you, or wherever they punish you, simply because the situation is not solved. And when the situation is not solved within the soul, here's what's happening. All of a sudden the narcissist call you is like, I don't understand this, but I feel like you are in my head. And you're like, oh, you're finally realizing something. Or getting a text like, I think we are connected in soul. What is wrong with us? Realization, simply because over the time the soul part, if you watch the video of the twin flames and the mirroring neurons, you probably understand what I'm trying to tell you. So the part of never said story, it's that that person never says I love you. Usually the one or the other, they never said the part of they love you, and they believe that they told you I love you with their look in their eyes, with their expression somehow, some way, on some decision. But this is the part here. It's that we're talking about of the power of the spoken word. The power of the spoken word is actually you to express what is inside of you as ideas or thought into the real world. So if you don't want to ever express into it, why would you put punishing someone believing that they know your feelings? And this is a part when that separation within twin flame begins, and that part of narcissism is existing there simply because the one tries to teach the other when they have to teach themselves. And this is why a lot of the twin flames doing the silent treatment, a lot of the twin flames reject your feelings. A lot of the twin flames, they rejecting the love. But it doesn't matter still how much they're rejecting the love, the connection still exists. And they trying to figure out something else. A lot of the feedbacks that I'm getting is that dear, why that he goes out and he seeks prostitutes? Dear, why he's going on and he start looking for drugs? Dear, why does he become an alcoholic? He cannot find the truth, and by doing all this stuff, they're escaping the reality. And that escaping of the reality has got nothing to do with you. It's got a lot to do with them. So whatever it is happening to it, if you're within a narcissistic situation, the best thing to do is let it go. As the moment you let it go, they will begin their realization. You hold on to it, they're happy of that part, and they want you to push you on a different relationship. The narcissists sometimes they deny you so that you can move into another relationship. you to be with somebody else, and you to forget about them, you to stay away from them, with the idea that this is gonna go away. Well, guess what? It's a inside of the soul. It can't go away, and that is the part with a lot of people. They need to get educate themselves of it. So what's happening with the evolution, though? The one person with an evolution is that when you are evolving to a higher self, the road seems lonely, but you are simply shedding the energies that no longer match the frequency of your destiny. So here is the part about the destiny that I'm talking about. For example, the narcissist go ahead and pushing you out, and you're trying to move on, you try to get into it, but you working on yourself. And when you're working on yourself, you shed off those energies that are low. You learn to trust, you learn to surrender, you learn to let go, and a lot of the people begin to evolve, to become their higher self, simply because they have a destiny to do. Twin flames have a destiny to do, and if either one of the twin flame bolts out and doesn't want to do the work, the other twin flame actually begin to do the work. And usually the one of the twin flames goes on and begins some kind of mission, begins something that it's involving with his destiny. And that is the part that a lot of the twin flames, they feel alone, they feel by themselves, they're not in union, simply because that is not in their control. The union is not in your control. The union is in control between the two people when they figure out their own differences. First in the soul, the second time in the heart, and the last one is going to be in the body and the ego problems, which is they found out at the beginning they were separate. But the destiny is destiny, and if something has to happen, some events, they need to be happen at a certain place, a certain time, they have to happen simply because it's a destiny call. And that's why sometimes the universe sends you people to the twin flames so they can go ahead and learn things that they're supposed to learn with their twin flames. And this is why, and a lot of the people, they experience the replacement, they experience the false twin flames effect, simply because the destiny is destiny. You have to do certain things in time of your journey. Just simply because somebody bolts out, that has got nothing to do. Destiny has a lot to do of it. Maybe it's their destiny to bolt out. Don't forget that there was a destiny Judah to bolt out from Jesus. Okay, so here is the part. It's not about judgment. It's about understanding of soul. What is it going on? And some of the people would try to judge you. Some of the people try to tell you, why did you choose this person? What happened to it? And all this part. They don't look deep. They don't look with understanding that it has something to do with destiny. So you are a twin flame. You want to become ignited in the soul. You getting powers. You getting equipped. So here's the quote. You're a person of destiny. You're equipped. You're talented. You're creative. You are destined for a purpose. And that's why twin flames, they're destined for their purpose, to fulfill this purpose, to fulfill for what they come for. Okay? Let me remind you that those are the people who, they can walk into a hell, and they can be an angels, and they can withstand the fire of this place. A lot of people cannot handle the vibrations of the twin flames. And this is a part when the people who are not twin flames, but they are circulating around the twin flames of pretending and learn to learn. Please be advised that some of those energies, they're not meant for you, and be careful with the vibrations that you think you know what they are. Simply, they're not what they seem to be. So, if you are equipped you to be a twin flame, you will be equipped to be a twin flame. You will have no fears of a lot of things. You will have no fear of speak the truth. You will have no fear of death. You will have no fear of challenges. You will have no fear. The only thing that it's gonna be creating you as a twin flame, it is that sometimes people will misunderstand you and mistreat you, which is, it is what it is. You better accept that part. You better understand that part, and you better evolve from it. And here is the last part of a destiny. We talk about it. That there is this part that even through the whole journey, okay. I mean, I see some people who get united after 10, 15, 20, 30 years. I spoke with some of them, and when they got together, they just disappear. You don't see them anymore. They don't have the problems anymore. They worked that out, and now they begin to do something with the destiny. And then it comes to this part that when you evolve on that kind of level, when you shift on that kind of level, you begin to understand all the power in the universe cannot change the destiny that is predicted to you. And your destiny is written in the stars. So it doesn't matter what's going on today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. Your destiny is your destiny. If you're destined to be bad, you will be bad. You're destined to be good, you'll be good. You're destined to be a twin flame, guess what? You are a twin flame. And it is what it is. The reason I'm telling you about this part of a destiny is because sometimes I personally feel like I don't want to do this what I do anymore. I don't want to help any more people. I'm tired of this help out there that I'm giving. I'm tired of the drama that I'm getting into it. And anytime I try to quit, anytime I try to do something that I want to stop this, all of a sudden there is this powerful love and powerful energy comes in inside of me. It's like, it's okay, dear. You can do another one. You can get another one. You can keep on going. It's okay. You are meant for this. You're born for this. And this is the time when you hear this part inside of you. This is the time you understand that it's your destiny. And it doesn't matter that I'm trying to walk away. It doesn't matter that what I do. It doesn't matter of the situations of it. The destiny is a destiny. And you will keep on walking on that destiny until you fulfilled your destiny. And that's why my advice to all of you as a twin flames, doesn't matter what size you are, the good, the bad, the ugly, the silence, or you talk too much, you can't shut up. Take a look at a deep inside of you, of yourself. What are you trying to fool? You're trying to fool yourself and trying to fool the person you love, or you're trying to fool your own destiny. And if you suffer, why do you suffer? Who are you blaming for? If you are in pain, why are you in pain? If you think that you feel something you did wrong, would you go ahead and make a simple I'm sorry. And that's why a lot of the people in the twin flames, I feel that they're surrounded by a lot of pain and suffering, simply because they're waiting for this pain to be resolved. Well, this pain has to be resolved because of the part within the soul. It's got nothing to do with the pain or the psychology levels of what we know as the ego base as humans. Nothing. I mean, I don't want to say the good words, but I actually canceled the psychiatrists. They're both psychiatrists and they're twin flames. And I had to cancel them, one of them, for their situation. And she's like, I mean, we study it, we understand it. I had a guy that he studied psychiatrist, he's graduating. He's like, Dio, can I talk to you? Because I understand that you understand things that they are way above the level. Twin flames understand things by living it. And if you're a twin flame out there, you understand what I'm saying. We can say a few words, and those few words are the whole Roman. It's a big, huge, giant book, and there is gonna be a people who's gonna say like, "Well, I don't understand nothing that you said." Simply because some things are made for a certain people to understand at a certain time at certain parts, and it still have to go with the destiny. And the last point with this video is like, don't focus yourself on the narcissist. Don't focus yourself of their denial or of the punishment they do to you. That punishment actually it's for them. That punishment it's they put energy, they took energy and time and space inside of them about you. They deny you instead of enjoying life or enjoying everything or whatever the situation might be. That is their problem, not yours. You need to trust, you need to surrender, you need to let go. So this part of the universe cannot overcome your destiny. Your destiny is your destiny. You focus on your destiny, the rest of it, leave up to the universe. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it helps you out. And thank you so much for everybody that pushed me to do the narcissist video, because you guys needed it. Be love.